Straight Talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Oh, Simply Straight Talk.
I'm Melissa, and this is the Simply Straight Talk podcast, a podcast for the people. Reggie, Angelique, and I enjoy discussing real-life topics that we as real people who are constantly out here on a grind and hustle deal with every day. Stick around for the real talking tips that will help you rise above the rest. Let's start this show.
All right, what's up, everybody? What's up? Today, we're going to talk about it, man, since everybody got complaints, everybody complaining about it, everybody griping about it. We're going to talk about it. Who ruined dating, men or women? Was it the men that did it? Were the men just don't care now? Men just don't want to date anymore? Or was it the women? Did the women ruin dating? Were they not appreciative? Okay? Were they taking advantage of free opportunities? Let's talk about it. Who ruined dating, men or women? Now, we got to talk about this because this has become a really big issue, a really big problem. The fact that men and women now both are unhappy with the whole dating scene, and both sides are blaming each other. So whose fault is it? Now, we're all familiar with traditional dating. Basically, if the man saw a woman he was interested in, he would try to take her out, ask her out, bring her flowers, bring her candy, take her to a restaurant, another restaurant. He was basically trying to impress her. Now, for the woman's perspective, all she had to do at that time was simply look good. That's it. Look good, look presentable. Everything else was on the man to win her over. Well, things have changed now. Whereas men are now coming into the dating game and saying, listen, all right, if we're going to date, okay, first off, what you bringing to the table? Women do not like that question. Now, women used to like to date because they wanted to see how invested that man was in dating. And some women may feel like, yeah, I tried dating and I was dating, but then men just got a bit too sexual. That's all they wanted was sex. I was tired of giving my body and the man not really giving himself, not committing to me. Men were saying, well, we got tired of taking y'all out, spending money on y'all, and then y'all turn around and say you're not interested, but we just a cool friend. So what's going on? Whose fault is it? Why has dating become such a taboo thing for so many people? Many people simply do not want to get involved in dating. They want nothing to do with dating. And it's sad. It's sad. I even heard one lady say, I'm now dating like a man. When I asked her what that meant, and basically she said that means just sleep around. That's all she's going to do is sleep around. Because that was her mindset and what she identified what dating for a man was like. And I think the problem is that being men, we know from our perspective. Being women, women know from their perspective. But I don't think either side really understands what it means to date from a male perspective. Women don't know. And men don't know what it is to date from a woman's perspective. Because when we talk about dating, you also got to talk about expectations. What are you expecting to come from this? Are you truly interested in this person? Or are you just looking for a night out, a time out, free food, some company? So when you're dating someone, what are your clear objectives? What are you trying to do? Are you sincerely trying to get to know this person? Or are you just need to have some fun and you don't have the money to do it? Or if you're just lonely, do you want somebody you can lay up with for a night? What is it? Because clearly, both sides have become so frustrated that really all both sides are doing is attacking each other. That's it. They're simply attacking each other. Neither side is really trying to reestablish what it is. Now, a lot of people, as far as dating, have been influenced by modern views from celebrities. A lot of people who are not in a certain tax bracket are listening to people who's in a much higher tax bracket and saying, yeah, I should be getting what she's getting. I should be getting what he's getting. But you're not even at that status to be requesting that. And do you really know what they're getting? Just because somebody is famous don't mean they know how to sustain a relationship. Just because somebody got money does not mean that they are going to be a good provider. It does not mean that they are going to be a good husband or good wife. And we got so many shallow people dating right now. People who don't really know what they want. They don't really know what they're looking for. Everybody's just out here just to be out here. And then when it goes wrong, all of a sudden, it's the men's fault. It's the women's fault. So who's to blame for dating? Because let's look at this honestly as possible. And I'm going to try to do something speak on the female perspective, but not knowing fully. So I'm just going to say it. Maybe wrong, maybe right. Y'all let me know. But we'll start with the female perspective. Many females, I feel, this is just me personally speaking. I'm not trying to speak for y'all. This is just what I have been hearing and what I've heard expressed. That many women mostly complain about giving their body to a man who has not committed to them, is not interested in committing to them, and they have just been played. They have just wanted them for sex and moved on somewhere else. That's what I hear most women saying. And in some cases, women have dated men who they felt was maybe a bit controlling. And they didn't like that. Some women have said that they have been let down by men who made promises or they had expectations that the man is supposed to be the provider. The man is supposed to do this. And when the man has not done that, the woman has felt let down. Because she felt that she gave her time, she gave her body, and he did not meet the expectations he should have met as a man to be a provider in a relationship. Now, I'm pretty sure there's other things that women can say for themselves that they feel or things they have experienced in regard to the dating world and why women have adopted the mindset they have right now. But then from the men perspective, we got men who feel like, hey, I've done the same thing. I've dated and I've given my body to a woman. I've invested my time and my money and she has bailed on me. There are men who can also say that, yeah, I've taken women out to dinners and paid this and paid that and tried to impress them. And the woman told me that I make a good friend. So these are things that men can say that they experienced. And for my haters out there, I'm speaking in general. So, I got some haters on here, y'all, who like to follow me and go back and tell people, oh, did you hear what he said? Yeah, fuck y'all. So here's the thing. Men and women have both been through things. And actually, I personally feel it's very similar as to what each other is going through. Men and women are both dealing with the same thing. They're both dealing with the same issues when it comes to dating. But somewhere along the line, it has become hate towards each other. Now, we've all heard of the passport bros where men are now going out to different countries and meeting women from other countries because men are saying that they want women who's a little more traditional. And these men are not all of them, but the men from what I know who are doing this, they're not looking for a housewife. They're simply looking for a woman that is more feminine. That's what they are looking for. A woman that is more feminine and a woman that is more traditional. A woman that doesn't mind cooking and cleaning. As that's not to say the man doesn't mind cooking and cleaning and doing things for her. But it's become a bashing tool where you got a few of these men out here who have started to bash women and a few women who have started to bash men. Now, I don't know who fired the first shot, but missiles are flying all over the place now when it comes to men and women, especially since the fact that men are going out overseas to find women who are more feminine. Now, women, let's be honest. This is nothing new because women, you guys have been going to different countries, Dubai and all these other places, getting y'all swing on, and you know it. You know it. So women, this is nothing new. It's nothing new. This has been going on. So I don't know why. I don't understand what all the bashing is about. It doesn't make sense to me why men and women feel they need to bash each other. But let's get back. Who ruined dating? Was it men or women? Or could it be possibly that some of these movements have pitted men and women against each other? Is it possible that men and women have attached themselves to a movement and the movement has created discourse between men and women in dating? I mean, think about it. The feminist movement, which is pretty much anti-man. So there are different things. You got the blue pill, red pill. You got some of the MGTOW guys who are out here who are not anti-women, but they speak very harshly and disrespectful towards women. So all of this poison and venom that men and women are passing back and forth to each other. I think a lot of things have influenced it. And because of a lot of things, such as some of these movements, personal experiences, celebrity influence, social media influence, has just created this negative mindset in the majority of men and women. To where some men and women are just so delusional about dating, about relationships, about love, that they simply, they will never find nobody will ever be good enough to date them. And let's be honest, because a lot of people now, whereas men have raised their expectations for women, because it used to be if a woman worked at a bank, or not, no disrespect to these jobs, but if she was worked at a bank teller, she was a cashier at Walmart, at a 7-Eleven, the man would still date her and try to build a relationship with her. Okay. But in modern times, men are now saying, okay, but sort of, what are you bringing to the table with that job? So men will still do that, but they're asking for a little bit more. Women, on the other hand, are asking for 6 figures. They don't want you to work for a company. They want you to own the company. It needs to be a 500 company. You need to be bringing in 6 figures. So it's almost like, yes, I want a mate, but we need a 2 household income, but I don't want to be a part of the 2 household income. You need to make enough money to maintain the lifestyle of a 2 household income without my income contributing. I mean, that's just realistic. That's just the facts of it. But we also got some men out here who don't want to work. Some men are now just sort of kicking back and saying, oh, you got it. And it's just crazy that we got some lazy men who don't want to work, don't want to do anything. They're not even trying to contribute or be a factor in the relationship. And all of this, because some men probably feel like, I'm tired. I done gave enough. I ain't giving no more. Some women probably feel the same way. I'm tired. I done given enough. I ain't giving that neither. I'm going out here. I'm going to get my own, whatever. And neither side is winning. Neither side is benefiting from this. Neither side is winning. But that's what it's come to. That's exactly what it's come to now. It's crazy. It's crazy that is what it has all come to between men and women. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think about dating today? I want y'all to share y'all comments. Drop a thought down below. Let me know. What do you think about dating today? Who do you think ruined dating? What do you think caused dating and men and women to be so anti each other? Y'all drop a comment down below, man. This is Simply Straight Talk Podcast with your man, Reggie. Hit me back. Let's talk, but keep it respectful. Peace.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Simply Straight Talk podcast. Remember that you can join our email list at simplystraighttalk.com for more fun solution-based conversations. From the Simply Straight Talk crew, stay positive and we'll see you next week.